was scary. Everything was shut down. Power was out. There were blackouts all over the city. No cell service, no Wi-Fi, of course. Ice all over the roads. Cars facing the wrong direction. For a Texan, it is very scary. Everything out of stock, nothing on the shelves. Gas outages, there was no more gas. Lines going on for miles. It was just insane. It was insane. I want to begin by saying that I know that there were millions of people who had it far worse than I did, far worse than my family did. So this is just my perspective of the week of what encountering this storm was like, and a few lessons, spiritual lessons that I learned that I just wanted to pass on in the case that you needed to hear this. My family lost power. We didn't have power for a few days. We lost cell service for a few days. There were deadlines I had to meet in the middle of the power outages, homework I had to turn in, appointments that I had made, plans I had made. Everything was just going out the door. It was just, everything was lost. Which leads me to the first thing that I realized, and that was that I am not an exception to life's hardships. Nobody is an exception to life's difficulties, to life's hardships. And once we realize that, I think it allows us to enter into them a little bit more wholeheartedly, more steadfast, with a positive mindset. And I say that because the second thing I learned this week, the second thing I realized is how impatient I am. And my impatience drives me to want to take control of as much as possible. During this storm, realizing that everything was out of my control. I could not bring back power. I could not prevent our pipes from bursting. Everything was out of my control, and learning to accept that was incredibly humbling. The only thing that we truly have control over are the responses we give to what is first given, whether that be the difficulties that life throws our way, whether that be the trials or the graces that God first gives us. We have a God who desires us to trust Him as wholeheartedly as possible. And sometimes the only way that we can get there is by reaching these low points where we realize that that's the only thing that we can do, is surrender. The last thing, and this is probably the more positive thing that I saw and really got to witness firsthand this last week, that I think everyone knows, but to actually encounter it myself was really moving. And that is that in times of crises, communities really just come together. And that was definitely the case in Texas this last week. As terrible as these times can be, sometimes they bring out this greater good that lasts much longer than the pain or the suffering that is initially caused. That's really it. I could probably go on about what stirred up in prayer forever, but just wanted to leave you with some of the most groundbreaking things that happened this last week inside. I hope this serves you in some sort of way. If you and your family or any of your loved ones underwent the winter storm this last week, know that there are tons and tons of people praying for you, for them, including myself. Know that my prayers go out to you and your families. Hope you guys are well. Talk to you very, very soon. Stay holy, my friends. Bye.